Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey y'all, I'm Josh, and this is our 1997 Volkswagen Eurovan camper. She's got some cosmetic issues, but she's in really good shape mechanically. She's got 87,000 miles. And we thought we'd take this video to show you everything. So this is a decal. Actually, this is a sticker, so you could peel this off if you wanted to. These two vents, one of these is the vent for the propane stove, and the other one is the vent for the propane fridge. Now the vent cover, you can see, is knocked off on this one, but it's just the cover. Everything should still work. This down here is the propane tank that you would fill. Like I said, everything works so far as we know. This is the AC adapter, so this is what you would use to plug the van into the shoreline. Now it also has a deep cycle battery to run the lights, but if you want to run any of the AC plugs, you need to plug it in. This is, I think, a vent for the furnace. It's got a gas furnace as well to keep you warm. So here in the back we've got it's got like a little wash station right here. It's got a water pump, so you flick the switch and you would fill up the water right here. And to drain the water out of the system, there's a drain plug right here. And you just turn that knob and you would drain the gray water out. So under here is storage, and if you look in here, there's a storage compartment here, and underneath here, this is the marine battery, and this is also a headrest right here. So the marine battery is like a deep cycle battery, and even when you're not plugged in to the shore, you can use the marine battery to run the fridge and the lights. But the marine battery is dead. It will probably need to be replaced. Which is, I don't know, we already replaced it once. I think it was about $100. I'm not sure. Something else to notice, this light got cracked and we just taped over it. So, you know, it works, but just thought we should point it out. Another thing to notice is the car was in a small fender bender right here. So here's the other side. I think all the tires are in pretty good shape. I think at least I know two of the tires we replaced recently. The other two you might have to look at. This window is not the original window. This was replaced by the previous owner. It works, it doesn't leak or anything, but you can tell, I think it might be made of plastic because the transparency is not quite as good as glass. But it works. And here is the door, and here's the inside. It's in camper mode right now. And when we camp, often in the summer, we would set up this AC system. And you know, when it's plugged into the shoreline, we can just plug it in. This works great. Keeps it really cold. I mean, obviously it's not airtight, but it works great. Okay, come on in here. So there's actually two beds in the camper if you want. You have this bottom bed. This is just a sheet, and we've got like a Tempur-Pedic cover on it, but it's also, it came with this. And the cell is coming with all this stuff, if you want it. And up here, up top, this actually transforms into a bed too. So you can pull this out, and people sleep up here, and it's really nice actually at night. Now, we have little stars up here. That's a little fun. Up top, so a couple things up top. One, It's got these zip up sections. Come on in. It's got these zip up sections, and then it's got mesh. But some of the mesh, at least just in one spot, there's a tear in the mesh in this window. None of the other windows have tears in the mesh. And the other thing is it's a little bit moldy. So not this one. This one is good. Well, no, I mean, you can tell. There's a little bit of mold. And I don't know if we can, you know, I don't know if you could clean it to get rid of it. I don't know, honestly. It smells a little musty. It's not bad, though. So if it doesn't bother you, it's sort of mainly cosmetic. The other thing, you probably noticed this tennis racket here. So these hydraulic rods, originally they were strong enough to hold it up by themselves, but they're a little bit worn right now, so we have to shove this tennis racket to keep the top up. So I think these, if you go to like gowesty.com, I think these are about like $50 a piece, so $100 for the pair. I'm not sure, but they're not super expensive, and they're pretty easy to replace if you wanted to. Here we've got this seat. This flips around. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, here's the sink, obviously, and the stove. The sink works, everything works. The stove works. The fridge is a dual mode fridge, so it can run on, actually it's a 3-mode fridge. It can run, if you're plugged into electricity, it can run on AC current, it can run on DC current, which is the battery, and it can run on propane. Here's what it looks like inside. So this is what we were getting ready to switch modes and take off. We would zip everything up. And we would probably switch up the bed. So push this, pull this button, and seat slides up. There's actually storage underneath the seat right there. You slide this forward, and then you pull this, and it slides back. And then it locks into place. Then you have storage under the sink. We're selling it with a couple of extra oil filters and air filters. You got storage here. We're selling it with the Winnebago service training manual, which is like the manual for all the camper bits. You got a drawer here. This here. This is the thermostat for the propane furnace, which actually works very well. And here's the closet back here. Here's the stove. Say we wanted to close that up. That's usually how we keep it. There's actually a cover for this whole ensemble that we have. We just took it off because it's more convenient. It covers the whole thing. You should see it in the pictures. What else? Oh, these are tables. I'm not going to set these up again because I already took a picture of them, but these are the tables. They slide into here and they work really well. And the seat transfers around. When I'm taking this thing down, it's pretty easy. Just do the Now, if I'd been running this, it would have been wet from the condenser, so you have to be a little careful about that. Then I just pull it back and slide it under here, where it fits very nicely. Now, both of the front seats actually slide around like this, but the driver's side front seat, there's really only room enough for the driver's side front seat to rotate if you take both of the tables out of their little cubby hole. So, getting ready to drive, so we're gonna slide this guy forward, slide him back around. There we go. Slide this forward. Ooh. I want to pull the sides in to keep it from hanging out the edge. Pull it. Safety. And before I clip it, I make sure nothing's hanging at the edge. There was one there. You hear it snap. Go ahead and shut this. Push this stuff underneath. Snap it in place, and that's good to go. That's about it. Why don't you show them what it looks like from the driver's seat? Oh. Let's look at the engine compartment, and then we'll be done. All the blinkers, all the tail lights, all that stuff works. So, that's it. I appreciate you taking a look. The information is in the listing, so thanks a lot.